Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and appreciate your calling this hearing. You expressed a lot of pride, Ms. Vance Cooks, in what you're doing, but I can tell you, as far as credentialing and IDs, I've never seen a more screwed up program in my entire life. Our ranking member, Mr. Connolly, made a joke about our ID being able to use it as an identification like it at the airport. You produce the passports, or you're responsible for the passports?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, after 9/11, just a little history, I called in the State Department because they were producing passports, and that was one of our most important documents that government was producing at that time. We said we should have some uniform standards for credentialing and be able to verify who has the passport or the identification, whether it be a passport, whether it be a member's card, or any other form of federal identification. Today, we still don't have that. The TWIC card is, I'd be ashamed to come and say I had anything to do with the TWIC card. We've probably spent $1 billion, we've issued millions of them, and the TWIC card, which is Transportation Worker Identification Card, we have a document, don't we, a TWIC card? And we're on our second issuance of them, right? At least?
The GPO is responsible for the TWIC card. This is the first time we have produced the TWIC card.
I know, but again, does it have identifiable, verifiable information in it now, finally?
Yes.
With both thumb and iris?
I believe it does it? No, it does not.
Oh,
Sorry.
if you don't know that and come here, that's sad, and you're in charge of it. But it doesn't have it. It's unbelievable. Again, and we force people to take it. Now, if you go to a port, they show their TWIC card, they have to show another form of identification. It is not verifiable. I held no less than 3 hearings, and it's not all your fault. Part of it is Congress's fault. They've gone in different directions. This is a useless document. That's a member card, except for charging trillions of dollars on it when we vote. But it's unbelievable. The pilot card, I put 3 times in law that it must have identity verification, a strip that would contain basic information as to who that person was. They produced it, folks. You should see it. It was the biggest joke in the world. It used a pilot's identification getting into the aircraft, past security and everything. It looked like it came out of a Cracker Jack box. It was a folded little paper ID, and I said it had to be durable. It had to have embedded in it the information, and then it had to have a picture of the pilot. I'll be damned if they didn't produce it. There's much more information on my American Express card than they had on the pilot card. No verification. You're not going to touch my, especially with your reputation on that side of the aisle. I'll let you play with this one a while. But the only photo on the pilot's license was Wilbur and Orville Wright. It was a national joke and disgrace. But the TWIC card in particular is still a fiasco. Do we have a reader that can read a TWIC card?
Yes.
Approved?
Yes, and
how many ports is it deployed to?
I will have to check.
Oh, I'm telling you, I could probably count them on my fingers and toes.
All right.
It's a disgrace. And even if you had a reader, it doesn't have the information to verify. Fingerprint can be played with. Iris is the most dependable. And you said, Ms. Carroll, you must be able to verify the information with a reader, right? And the private sector has done this, haven't they?
Yes, sir.
They produce cards with that kind of information. We have security at different facilities, both in the private sector and the public sector that can do that, right?
Yes, sir.
So And you've heard what they've just told us here about the fiasco of this. And it's not all her fault. I don't want to blame, I give you 70% of the credit
about
and 30%
85?
of the blame.
All right.
Part of it is Congress, and we do need to change Title 44. It's got to be changed. Somebody has to be in charge. First, you get a standard, a basic standard, and the private sector has done it over and over. And you have to have verifiable information embedded in that card, period. And then you have to have something that can read the damn card. So unless you get that in place, we are just, and this is, guys, this is a multi-billion-dollar fiasco. I yield back.